Okay, so things like this. So was it 51% of players cleansed 10 control points, and that I guess that's interesting. So 50% managed to sort of get through those first 10 sections of the game. Side missions, so complete 5 side missions. I didn't even know that I completed 5 side missions, honestly. But then what I was more interested in are these ones. So Old Boys Club, which is mission 4, about 48, almost 50% players actually achieved that achievement, which is kind of interesting. So even if people, and presumably this is people who've bought the game and played the game. So of those who paid money for it, less than 50% got to mission 4, which is kind of interesting. Now I'm talking about this because I think this impacts questions about design as well. This is why I'm bringing this up now. The next one, so we dropped down to 44% between mission 4 and mission 5. Mission 6, we dropped down 40%. Mission 7, 35.8. Where are we? Mission 8, 33%. So only a couple of percent dropped down that time. So I guess if you get to this point, you're pretty committed. Polaris, we've got 32.3, and then the final one, 31.8. I just find it interesting. We don't have to sort of necessarily sort of go into that, but I think it's something to think about while we're doing this as to why so few people, manage to get to complete mission 10 or even, mission 9. Do you have any? I mean, maybe just first up, do you have any ideas?
Yeah, what jumps to mind for me, and it probably is very likely to do with the sort of bubble I was in terms of games media. I remember seeing a lot of coverage that was like, Control is a fantastic game if you like X type of game.
Mm-hmm.
And so I almost wonder if there was a lot of people who played Control and loved it, but also a lot who played it and it wasn't for them, and so bounced off. But the fact that it drops pretty steadily from mission to mission maybe suggests that this is a more natural sort of rate of fall off for a game. I'm not 100%.
I think you're probably right there. I would imagine, actually, to be honest, that if you go to and look at other games, it might even be worse. We won't do that today, but it might be something worth look at later. I mean, the fact is that nearly a third of players actually finished it. I'd suggest that might be quite high. To be honest, I reckon that might be quite high. So
I would
I'm
love
just
to
interested.
see. I'd love to see those numbers for the console achievements as well, and see if there's a difference between PC players and console players.
Absolutely. Well, maybe that's something we'd look into, later down the track.